Hello students. In this video we are going to see the unit cell and 2 and 3 dimensional lattices. So let us first understand what is a unit cell. The space lattice of a crystal is built up or made up of 3-dimensional basic pattern. This basic pattern is repeated in all the 3 dimensions or directions, and thus it generates the entire crystal. So let us first see what is a unit cell. So let us see the definition of unit cell. Unit cell is the smallest repeating structural unit of a crystalline solid. When the unit cell, they are piled or packed together, then they create or generate the crystal. Each unit cell shares its faces, edges and corners with the neighboring unit cell, and thus the geometric shape is repeated over and over, and thus a big crystal is obtained. Now let us first understand what is the structure of the unit cell and how the unit cell looks like. So simple, the unit cell is like a cube. So if I want to show the unit cell looks something of this type. Now this is the basic repeating structural unit which is repeated over and over. Now students, if you see the edge lengths, where is the edges? Edge length is, this is the edge length. The atoms, they are present at this particular edges, or I can call them as corners, what we call them as lattice points. So let us understand the structure of unit cell first. So I will call this as A, this as B, and the vertical line here is C. Now let us mark the angles here. The angle here, what I have is beta. The angle here is gamma, and this is alpha. So let us see what is that unit cell. Alpha, beta, gamma and A, B, C are actually called as. Now students, if you see the unit cell, the lines connecting the centers. So the lines connecting the centers of the constituent particles, they are drawn to represent a unit cell, and the constituent particles can be, those particular corner points, they can be ions, atoms or molecules. So depending upon what type of constituent particle is present at this point, you have seen the different type of crystalline solids. Now the next is the points of the intersection of the lines which represent the constituent particles, they are called the lattice points. So I am talking about this. So how I will define this, student? The points at the intersection of lines which represents constituent particles are called lattice point or lattice points. These lattice points, they are arranged in a definite repeating pattern, and any one lattice point is identical to the number of other lattice points. Now next we have to see is what is the space lattice. Space lattice, it is the collection of all the points in the crystal having similar or same environment. So if I want to mark the same what I have discussed here, so this is completely is a unit cell. Those particular points where the lines we are joining, they are called as the lattice points. They are lattice points. And when this crystal is repeated over and over, or the collection of similar points in space, then we call it as the space lattice. That they should have the same environment, then I call it as space lattice. Now lattice points here, they are joined by straight lines, and thus a definite geometry is obtained by the crystal. So this shape of any crystal lattice, it depends upon the shape of the unit cell, which in turn depends upon very, very important factors, and that is the edge lengths, that is A, B, C, and the angles, that is alpha, beta, and gamma. So let us first understand what is this ABC. So here the lengths of the three edges, or I will call them as the edge lengths, here are A, B, and C. Next we have the angles. So I will now define the angles, what we call them. So alpha is the angle which is between edges B and C. So it is between edges B and C. What is beta? Beta is between edges A and C. And where is gamma? Gamma is between edges, I will write here, A and B. So you can see here, this is A and B, and the angle here is gamma. If I say B and C, means I am talking about the angle, that is this is your B, this particular is B, and this is your C. So between B and C, it is alpha. Similarly, A and C, so this is your A, and where is your C, students? C is this standing, so this between this is A. So those edge lengths, they are important. So after knowing what is the unit cell, when the unit cells, they are arranged following a definite pattern, then we have some unit cells, how we name them. So unit cells are broadly classified in two categories. The first, what we have, is called as primitive. So the first is primitive unit cell. It is also called as simple unit cell. Now let us understand what is this simple or primitive unit cell. So in this, there are 7 types of primitive unit cells, and they are cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, and rhombohedral. What we will be studying in detail, but let us first understand only what is the meaning of primitive unit cell. Students, primitive unit cell means here the atoms, ions, or the molecules, they are present only and only at the corners. So if I see the unit cell, here the atoms, they are present only at the corners, what we call it as the lattice points only, then we call it as a primitive or a simple unit cell. Now what is the second type? Second type is called as centered unit cell. Now what is the meaning of centered unit cell? When unit cell has atoms at the corner, so along with the atoms at the corner, there are atoms in the body or face or end centers, then we call it as centered unit cell. So what is centered unit cell? So other than So I can say when atoms are present at the edges, body, faces, along with the atoms present at the corner. So those centered unit cells, again they are classified in three types. So the first here is body centered unit cell. Here the atoms, they are present at the corners plus atom is present in the body. So how I will define a body centered unit cell? This unit cell contains one constituent particle, atom, ion or molecule at its body center other than the atoms which are present at the corner. So corner plus body. Second is face centered unit cell. So I think you know now, student, what should be this centered unit cell type. So here the atoms, ions or molecules, they are present at the faces and at the corners. So along with the corners, the atoms, they are present in the faces also. And the last third type is end centered unit cell. So in such unit cell, the constituent particle is present at the corners plus the atom is present at the center of any two opposite sides. Now what is the meaning of center of any two opposite sides? So let us understand the three types one by one. Students, as I said that here the atoms, they are present only at the corner and that we call it as primitive unit cell. Next what we have discussed is centered unit cell. Here in the first one, that is body centered unit cell. So I am showing how it looks like. So in body or BCC structure, the atoms other than corner. So I can draw the structure in this way. This is your unit cell. So the atoms, they are present at the corner. So other than corner, atom is present in the body. So this is what is your BCC structure, or you call it as body centered unit cell. Let us see the second one, that is face centered unit cell. So if I draw the structure here, it will be, this is your unit cell. So other than the atoms present at the corner, the atoms, they are present in the faces. Now where is the face, student? This is the face. This is one of the face. So the atom is present at the center of each face. So if I draw in a similar way, I will have the structure, because this will be in this face. This will be on the upper face. On this side, this is the center of the face, the front face, the down face. So how many atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 atoms. They are present in the 6 faces. So 4 connected to in this direction, 1 up and 1 down. So there are 6 faces, and so I have shown the 6 atoms. So that is the meaning of face centered unit cell. Let us come to the last one, that is end centered unit cell. In end centered unit cell, you have the atoms at the corner. So I can show the atoms. So here they are present at the corner, and any two opposite sides means what, student? If I draw the atom here, then exactly opposite to this is the face. So this is what we call it as end-centered unit cell. It is not necessary that you should select this end. You can select the other two ends. They should be you can say opposite to each other. So here if I show the structure of the unit cell other than the corners. Now I'm not interested in this end, so you can select this end. So in that case the other atom will be on this face. So this is all about the two types of the unit cells, primitive and centered unit cell. Now let us see the 14 Bravais lattices. Now students, let us understand the 7 types of the unit cell. Now here, to simplify those 14 lattices, we have some shortcut method to remember this. So let us see the statement what I will be using here. So the statement is only the capital letters I'll be using. So it is come, Tom, take, horse, ride. Come Tom, take horse ride. So this is a statement what we'll be using. Now if you see the capital letters here, so what we have is C, then we have T, O, M, T, H and R. So this is what we have, the short form for this statement what I have written. Now I'll be giving one number and that number will help you for the type or the sub unit cells what we'll be studying here. So the number is 32, 42, 111. So after knowing this, it will be easy for us to recall all the 7 type of unit cell. Now before going into the concept, how you have to start for that. Now here as I have written C, so here the C stands for cubic. Now under cubic I'll be having 3 types. So I will start with simple, then body, then face and then end center. So what should be our first one? First should be simple or primitive. Second should be body. Third should be face. And fourth should be end centered. So taking those hints, let us start for the 7 types of unit cell. So as this is C, I will first write cubic. Now in cubic, what number I have given is 3. So how I will write this? For cubic, I will have simple or primitive. You can use any one word, student, both means the same. Next I will have body centered. Third I will have face centered. So under cubic, so this is your cubic, I have taken 3, that is simple, body and face. Now let us come to the second one. Now what is second, student? Is your T. So for T, it is tetragonal. What is the number under T is 2. So I will go for simple or primitive and body centered. Only 2. After this, I'll move on to the third one. What is that? Is orthorhombic. Now what is the number under O is 4. So how I will start here is primitive, body, third will be face centered, and the fourth will be what we have said, student, it will be end centered. So write down here end center. So we have finished 3 of this crystal systems. Let us come to the next one. Next is M. So what is that? M is monoclinic. What is the number under monoclinic? Is 2. Now this is an exception. Here I will have primitive and I will end it. So it will be end centered. Next is T. What is that T? T is triclinic. number under triclinic is 1, so it will only have primitive. Next is H, so it is hexagonal. Again the number is 1, so it will be primitive. And the last is R, so it is rhombohedral. Again the number is 1, so it is again primitive. So this is how we got the crystal system and their types. Those I will call them as crystal system. And those are the types. So very simple term or the statement what we have used, student, is come Tom, take horse ride. And this is the number which is important, that is 32, 42, 111. Now let us see what will be the edge length and what will be the angles. So for that also, how to proceed for this. So let me just mark the lines here so that it becomes easy. Now I have marked the lines. Now let us come to the edge lengths. For edge lengths, you know students, edge lengths how we denote? We use A, B and C. Now what you have to do is, for the first one, that is cubic, all three, they will have A is equal to B is equal to C. So I will simply write A is equal to B is equal to C for the first one, that is cubic and all types of the crystal systems. Then at the bottom, I will write the same, that is A is equal to B is equal to C. Then I'll come to tetragonal. Here it will be A is equal to B and the third one will not be equal to C. So same I will write for this, is not equal to C. Now this same pattern I will come to the second last. So it will be is equal to B and is not equal to C. Now the remaining orthorhombic, monoclinic and triclinic, I will write A is not equal to B is not equal to C. So I will repeat this for all the types. Now so this is how I will write the edge lengths. Very important to remember. Topmost I have all equal. The bottom one is all equal. Next is second, A is equal to B and is not equal to C. Same pattern I will go for the second last, and the intermediates, that is OMT, it will have all is not equal to. Now let us come to the angles here. So how to know the angles? So for the angles here, the first one, that is cubic, it will be alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90. It will be same for this also. So I will write alpha beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90. Now I will continue this up to the orthorhombic type. So let us move up to this. Gamma 90 degree, beta is equal to gamma is 90. And they all will have is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degrees. So the first 9 type of these crystal systems, they will have the same angles, that is alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. After that, when I come to monoclinic, for monoclinic it is alpha is equal to beta, which is equal to 90 degree. Means the gamma will be different. So gamma is not equal to 90 degree. Same will be for this end centered also. So I'll finish this for the same one. Gamma is not equal to 90 degree. Next, what we have here is the triclinic. Students, it's very, very important to know that triclinic is the most distorted, because if you see the angles and the edge lengths, everything is not equal to. So this is only the system which can be asked for the MCQs. The most distorted crystal structure is the triclinic one. And here alpha is not equal to beta, is not equal to gamma, is not equal to 90 degree. So this is very, very important. Example here is potassium dichromate and H3BO3, that potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7, that is the best example for this triclinic system. So let us come to the next one, that is hexagonal. In hexagonal, we have alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90 degree and gamma here is 120 degree. And last, that is rhombohedral, it is alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma and they are not equal to 90 degree. So this is easy. Usually we see this for sodium nitrate. So this is all about the 7-unit cell. I hope you all have understood this shortcut method. I am repeating this: come Tom, take horse ride, and the number is 32 42 111. So following this, we have all written the 14 systems here, 7 crystal systems along with the edge lengths and angles. I hope you like this video. So please like, share with your friends, and please do subscribe my channel so that I can make more easier videos for you all and we can understand chemistry better. Thank you, students.